I'm Michael from Big Improvements Tutoring. I'm one of the tutors here, and the tutors just really wanted to encourage you. And this is an important time of year for you to start to really, understand that you've got what it takes. And this is a new season we're coming into. It's a new term ahead, and it doesn't have to be like it was last year at this time of year. So one thing we want to encourage you with is that you're not alone. Often we will feel alone. Others don't understand me, sort of thing, is what we think. But you know what? You're surrounded by people who care about you and who want the best for you. You've got that at home, you've got that at tutoring, you've got that in plenty of places in your life. And the people around you, often it's easy to think that, oh, they've never struggled, they've never had a hard time, they've never doubted themselves. But everyone does and everyone has. And you know what? Probably all of us will this year doubt ourselves a lot of the time. It's important as well for you to remember that you are not what your report card says about you. Okay. Your report card is a piece of paper, it's pen and ink, or a printout. It's not who you are. You are not what people say about you at sport. You are you, and you've got the whole rest of your life. Who cares about what's behind you? This time coming up, this is a time where you get to shine. I just really want to let you know that it's okay to not be good at everything. It's okay to find stuff hard. It's okay that, life is hard sometimes. And when things are hard, it's always hard for a season, and then things get easier later. So I just really want to encourage you. You have what it takes. This is your time ahead, and you're not going to always find things hard. There's going to be plenty of times where you surprise yourself by one day looking back and going, wow, look how much I've improved. And that is a good feeling, and it's worth chasing after. So I hope you enjoy what the tutors have got for you here.
As hard as you can, and as hard as it might be, make sure that you don't change who you are or the values you hold most just because a lot of people are, because the majority of the time, I think what I've seen is that when people try to change who they are or change the values they hold just because other people are, they end up regretting it. But in a lot of ways that could be a good thing because it teaches them not to do that again.
When I was at school, I really loved reading, so I loved doing English, but math was, I'll be honest, was a bit of a struggle. Also because I sort of felt like I was okay at English and reading, and I really liked doing that. A few times I was like, oh, why can't I just sort of get this? But I was lucky that I just kind of kept going, and I had a couple of really cool teachers who were super nice to me, and you get through that in the end and it's all okay. I can do math now. So just keep going. Actually, when I first came to uni, I'd done well in year 11 and 12 and got a good score and stuff. And then I left and moved away from home. And in just one of my subjects, I just didn't do as well as I thought I had. And it was a big change to go from it being pretty easy and being pretty straightforward to then being oh, I have to really work hard at this, but that was okay. I got through it. It was first year, it was fine, and you kind of realize that each time that happens you think you're going well, and then something happens that's not as good. It's okay, it'll change if you just keep having a crack.
If I don't say no to some things, my goals aren't going to happen, or other people's goals, and for me often saying no can be a philosophical thing. It's about what I think is fair and the direction that I want the world to go in. And that tends to be most of the time when I say no to things. My parents, because they're very supportive. So I know that if I want to talk to them about something, they're very open to it. So I think they have created that sort of environment has made that easy for me to be able to approach them with something if I want to say no.
When you get older, you care less about what people think. Because, I've got a husband and kids who love me now, and I've just practiced, and that's the big thing about realising that what happens doesn't mean anything. Something just happened.